Quinn, obviously with the implementation of kind of the new blocking scheme here, getting that first preseason game out of the way, what kind of adjustments do you feel like you guys have made from then to now?
I think most of the adjustments have happened in practice. I don't think we got enough necessarily reps. It was just kind of going through the motions of getting ready for your game. What does your routine look like? Practice is practice, and a game scenario is a game scenario. So I think you learn a lot about where you're at when you play in these preseason games, mentally and physically. And so I think it was good for us, as the ones to get some reps in that week 1 preseason game, and obviously 2 joint practices this training camp as well. And so I think we're all excited to get ready to play again this next preseason game.
I mean, it's a little bit unique to not play in the second one and then play in the third one as a starting guy. How much do you relish the chance to, even if it's 8 or 10 snaps or whatever, to get out there in the ones?
Yeah, I think it's always a privilege to play in a game. Everyone has their own systems and beliefs in playing starters or not playing starters. I like that we play because I don't want my first game-like snap, especially getting ready for this season, to be against Jeffrey Simmons. My first actual rep is against Jeffrey Simmons. I don't want that, so I'm glad that I get to play in these games, take the techniques that I'm learning and working on every single day and putting them into a game, because it doesn't necessarily matter if you're executing in practice. It matters. We get judged on our 17 games in the regular season, so we got to make sure we're putting that stuff on tape when it matters.
How much can you tell, even if it's only a few snaps, week 1 or week 3 of the preseason, how much do those snaps matter for you in terms of figuring out where you're at in those, in that technique master?
A ton. A lot of it, I know that I'm physically ready. There's the big mental side of it too. Are you mentally ready to get ready for this season? Are you mentally strong enough to be ready for those moments of truth of, playing your best when it matters the most? And that's really the point, I think, as a starter to play in these preseason games, is to really see, how ready are you for this season?
When you mentioned Jeffrey Simmons, have you individually or as a team started to look at the Titans yet and prepare for that?
No, I just know that that's our week 1 opponent. I know that's going to be. I already know it's going to be a tough matchup, but right now it's there's still plenty of time to work on lots of different things, and I'm getting ready to play the Saints now.
Quinn, how do you feel about how much more depth this team has at all positions versus several years ago when you were first joining the Broncos?
We have a great coaching staff that, they coach the hell out of everybody, and I think as now an older player and also some of the people that we've brought into this team, it's not only the coaches, it's the players as well. As an older player, I expect more out of the younger people that are on this team, and we're trying to form and build something here. And when you're a young person coming into a well-established system, you really kind of have to quickly learn. And so part of the job in some way as an older player is to help bring them along, because the coaches are trying to get us ready as the starters, but they're also trying to make sure that the other people are getting ready as well.
It kind of shows how far you guys have come, though. I mean, you look at every position, you're stacked at so many positions.
Yeah, we got a ton of great players here. It's the development and also, the drafts and free agency and stuff like that. It's been a bunch of different phases to have such a great roster.
Hey, Quinn, one of the things Sean said recently was one of the benefits of Bo being in his second year in the system is that he's able to get through calls quicker in the huddle and have time to kind of individually message, whether it's a back or someone on the offensive line. From a practical standpoint, even if it's just a check here and there, what does that do for you? What mistakes does it help you avoid if you guys have a little bit more time in that way?
Especially, and when it comes to game time, having those, extra 5, 6, 7 seconds is really important for us as an offense. It gives Bo time, to go through his pre-snap reads, see if there's a pressure coming, and see if we need to get into a different or better play. Or we're just locked in and we get on the ball, snap it quickly, and it's about utilizing the snap count to our advantage. And when the play clocks at 2, 4, 3, 2, the defense is, they notice it too. So the only possibility is for it to be on 1. So when the defense starts getting a jump on the snap count, it makes it a lot harder on the offense. So when we have a lot more time, we can get into the correct play, make our calls, and then we're off.